Hey guys, Joe here. We're back with another peek at our Knight Rider collection, which is quite large at this point. But over the years, we've had the opportunity to collect some really rare and unique pieces of Knight Rider history. And what I want to show you guys today came specifically from Gino Grimaldi's family. Now, Gino, you probably recognize him from the credits on Knight Rider. He was one of Knight Rider's producers for many years. And unfortunately, he passed away a number of years ago. And we ended up making contact with his family. And they were cleaning out a lot of his personal effects. And they had a number of things related to Knight Rider. And some of these you saw in our What's in the Tote video from, oh geez, a year ago. But we didn't really dig into them in great detail, especially what's in this black binder here. So I thought, let's take a minute and let's just go over some of this cool stuff that we got from Gino's family. First of all, let's look at this piece, right? Okay, so this is a plaque, a Knight Rider plaque, and these were given out to a lot of the different cast and crew members. We've seen different variations of this, obviously with different names on it, but this was Gino's personal plaque. So they took this shot from the opening intro and superimposed the produced by Gino Grimaldi there, and then they like shellacked it or whatever, and came from thermoplate or thermoplaque in North Hollywood. But so that's kind of a neat piece that we got from Gino's family. And then the other thing we got, which was really, really cool, is this Knight Rider clipboard. It's probably the only one we've ever seen. And if I put it's hard to see, but it says Knight Rider 84 down the side, and at the bottom it says producer Gino Grimaldi. So that's pretty cool. It's engraved from the back side. So we've got that. And then we've got this gem, which we've talked about in that other video. But this is, so the legend goes that David Hasselhoff and William Daniels, obviously Michael Knight and the voice of KITT, never met until the Christmas party in 1982 during the show's first season. And the story goes they got together and said, hey, we've got a hit on our hands, something like that. Well, what's interesting is this is actually, and some of you have seen this photo on the internet, but this photo was taken at that December 1982 Christmas party. We know that because on the back of the photo, now you can't see it with the frame in, but on the back of the photo, it's dated. So this was the December 1982 Christmas party where they first met. And what's really cool about this is it's actually autographed by both William Daniels and David Hasselhoff. So William Daniels says, Gino, it's just you and me, kid, Bill Daniels, aka KITT. And then Hasselhoff, it's hard to read, but it says, Gino, who is this guy? With an arrow pointing to William Daniels, it says David Hasselhoff right there. So that's, you know, a really cool piece, not only because it's the first time they met, but it's also signed by both of them. So this is probably the first autograph of the two of them together in one photo ever taken. So that's a really cool special piece to us. All right, so I guess the meat of what we got from Gino, and also something we don't have here, but we'll do a photo gallery at the end of this video, is we got a bunch of photo stills from Gino, from his family, from the set of Knight Rider. So we'll do a rolling photo gallery at the end of this video. So what we have here is So besides being a producer, Gino also was a director, and he happened to direct Night of a Thousand Devils, the 4th season episode. So what we have here is his personal binder. So if you can see here, this says Knight Rider, and then it says property of MCA, which at that time, MCA, I think, owned Universal Studios. So when we open it up, we get all of this wonderful, there's tons of information in here. I mean, beyond just the script here, we've got all of these different documents. So let's go through them. We've got, these are original documents on the ratings of Knight Rider. So you can see here, there's all kinds of stats and information. Knight Rider versus Different Strokes versus Dallas. Just pages and pages. And then I always thought this was neat. So this page, and I guess we can show this because, you know, it's 40 years later, and I don't think any of these people still live where they lived at the time. But what's really cool here is we've got this cast sheet from Universal Studios, and it lists the shooting dates of the episode, January 6th through the 15th, 1986, for Night of a Thousand Devils. But what's really cool is it lists out all the actors, the main cast, as well as the guest supporting cast. And over here, it has information on who their agent was at the time, and also personal phone numbers and addresses of the actors over here, which is really cool. So this was obviously a document that the fans weren't meant to see back in 1986, but you guys, you know, get a special peek at it. So there's all these different pages with information. And look at this, the 3 Baja Playmates, you know, when Michael's stuck in the sand and the 3 Playmates, look, they're all Playboy Productions contact information. And then we have here information on, let me see here what this is. A check. Yeah, this was a check for Gino, or a letter about Gino Grimaldi's director services and what he charged, because even though he's a producer on the show, he still got paid to direct the episode as well. So we've got letters regarding that in here. We have the director's deal memo to show his salary, all kinds of information, agreements. And this is really cool. This is an original invitation to the 1984 Knight Rider Christmas party. So it says here, don't miss it, announcing Knight Rider Christmas 84 party, Friday, December 21st, 1984 at 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. And it goes into all this information. It's pretty neat. So then just some more memos about Knight Rider here, and more letters about the contract between Gino Grimaldi and the studio for his directing services. So even more here. And then we get into the call sheets for the original call sheets for Night of a Thousand Devils right here. So we have all of these call sheets, pages and pages and pages of them. And then, to make it even better, we have the original filming location maps, hand-drawn maps to show the crew, cast and crew, where they would be filming, what day, and how to get there. So here's one for Indian Dunes, which was a popular Knight Rider filming location. Another Indian Dunes map here. Maybe we'll make copies of some of this stuff and make it available. There's multiple copies of this page here. River. Here's the dog fight. Yeah, river, dog fight. So we have all that. And then, on top of that, we've got this document here. So this one is a directory, a Universal Studios Knight Rider the series cast and crew list. So it lists every person from executive producer Glenn Larson all the way to painters, construction, makeup artists. And this, what's really cool about this is this is from the first season, September 14th, 1982, before the pilot aired. But they were already in production of the first season. So this is all their information. It's their extension at Universal and their personal phone numbers. Again, the only reason we're showing this is because it's way out of date. I don't think we're going to be invading anyone's privacy, but we've got season 1 here. We've got season 2 here. We've got later season 2 here, December 5th, 1983. Then we move forward, we've got 1984, so this is the 3rd season. Then here we have the final season, the 4th season. So basically we have the cast and crew directory for all 4 years of the show, and we can see who came in and out of their positions. I mean, we've got Jack Gill on here and other famous names. And then there's some other documents in here. These are not related to Knight Rider, but they're things Gino worked on, Of Mice and Men. What else is in here? Just other crew and call sheets from all these other shows that Gino worked on. Midnight Lace, The Rebels. So all kinds of, interesting documents, even outside of Knight Rider here. All right. So then we get to his actual script. Now, we're not going to go through this page by page, unless you guys want that. Let me know in the comments. But I was just going to give you a quick run through. But this is the original shooting script for Night of a Thousand Devils. And since he was the director, you can see he just had tons of notes. And some of this stuff is kind of coded, and we don't know what it is. But, every single page is just a plethora of notes on his work filming this episode. Even on the backs of the pages here, as you can see. So, and then he has pages that are folded down. We're not sure why, if that means that they were filmed for that day and he was done with them, or if they were cut. We're going to have to do some more research on that. But just see, omit X's. So these are scenes that I guess they decided not to film, and extra pages at the end here. So just a really, really cool piece of Knight Rider's history right here. And special thanks to Gino's family who entrusted us with all this stuff. All right, so with all that, again, let me know if you guys want to see this in more detail, and maybe we'll do a page by page like we did for Goliath Returns, I don't know, a couple months ago. So now let's go ahead and wrap this up by taking a look at the photo gallery of the photos of Gino's personal photos from the Knight Rider set.
And now, while we listen to Joe's selection of Knight Rider music that we received directly from Don Peake himself, we'd like to thank these Patreon supporters. Look at you guys scrolling up the screen to my right. Wait a minute, how can you tell which side is my right, since you can't see me because I'm not on camera? Oh well, you know what I mean. We're featuring these fine supporters at our Knight Rider Prop Restorer level. Thank you very much for your support. And for those of you at the Knight Rider History Hunter level, we're recognizing you right now in the description. Now, if you enjoyed seeing this golden nugget of Knight Rider history being rescued from obscurity, then please consider supporting us on Patreon. Your support would empower us to bring you even more of these historical nuggets. We are the Knight Rider Historians. Till next time, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.